Hello everybody and welcome to episode 15 of Let's Play Battlefield Iraq. Today we are fighting in another urban battle, though this time on a much larger scale. Our forces have recently shot down an American transport helicopter, and the American forces have begun an attack as they attempt to recover the crashed helicopter. Today it is our goal not only to to stop these Yankees from taking the helicopter, but also to avoid killing our own men, and to keep this town out of Yankee hands. Now this comrade here at the very least will have to wait a little bit longer for his 72 virgins. Sorry about that, Habib. Now, let's carefully cross this bridge and begin our advance into the city. Now we have a moral dilemma. Do we take the mosque first, or do we take the crash site? I'll be going with the crash site and I'll let my comrades deal with the mosque for now. Now, my gunner has apparently sighted an American. This can't be good. Let's try and get the crash site under our control before an American rocket or shell or whatever knocks me out. Okay, I'll have to do this on foot. Too many Americans, time to get back in the tank. Christ's sake. They're already overrunning the place. It seems like these are the men who survived the helicopter crash. Well, they won't survive this. That's for sure. We need to win this battle because we need to defeat the Americans for good. Of course, this will only be the beginning of the end, however. It'll be a decisive point in the war, but only a midpoint. The Americans still have a lot of men to throw at us, and we still have a lot of battles to fight. However, if we can defeat the Yankees in this city, we will be able to make sure that we will have the initiative from now on. That the Iraqi forces shall have the initiative, and that the Iraqi forces shall prevail. If we lose this battle, however, the Americans will have the advantage once more, as they did at the beginning, and all of our fighting beforehand will be in vain. We cannot allow this to happen. No, we cannot. And that's why we are giving it our all in this battle against the putrid American imperialists. These Zionist scum who are simply following orders from Tel Aviv, or at least that's what they'd say at the war crimes trial. Now let's check. Are there any Americans here? I hope not. We'll take the mosque, because it will hopefully boost our morale quite dramatically. If we let the mosque fall to the Americans, however, it would be quite a blow indeed. Now let's peacefully capture this mosque and hope for success. My game is starting to lag. I'm afraid that it might crash, since that's what happened the last time I tried recording episode 15. Oh great, an Abrams. Well, let's dance. Come on, you know you want to fight me, don't you? You American rat. Thank God for our brother over there firing those Milan anti-tank missiles. He's a goddamn lifesaver. It wasn't enough to save me from that Bradley though. Now I'm going to reinforce my comrades at the mosque. that was short-lived. It seems like the mosque will be lost, which is quite a pity indeed. So let's respawn at the crash site. We need to keep fighting, because we are the sword and the shield of the Arab world. From the ocean to the Gulf, from the Atlantic to the Shatt al-Arab, we shall defend the Arab race from these American bastards, from these infidels. Because, as the dear President Saddam once proudly declared, American capitalism wants to tear the Arabs apart, obliterate their civilization and culture, and plunder their riches, so that America can control the world's oil markets. And these foul intentions are well known, not only in Iraq, but across the globe. And we will not allow these Americans to claim victory today. I swear on all that is sacred to me and to my comrades that we will fight to the very bitter end against these American invaders. We will knock out their tanks, gun down their men, and make every single minute of this war a terrible affair for them. Now let's take this Abrams out. I hope that turret didn't go flying through anyone's window, because I don't really have any insurance money if they sue. So let's hope for the best here. I'm gonna hold the Americans at bay while my comrades take that mosque. Let's get this into gear. Let's ram this Abrams against the rocks, against the landscape. Fire off a grenade. In vain, of course. And fall back. Hope that the Abrams blows up before us, which it unfortunately did not. And we've lost the crash site. God damn. Well, it's time to sing a propaganda song, if you ask me. A nice upbeat tune. Do a little bit of a Baghdad Bob act. Get these Americans demoralized by telling them of their defeat. I've got the lyrics written down here to my own original composition, the Scud song. So without further ado, there was a Yankee soldier who was sent down to Iraq. Little did this soldier know he wasn't coming back. For a patriotic Iraqi would shoot him in the head. And that this poor Yankee would soon be dead. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Scud missiles in the sky. The Iraqis drove on by him. He heard them call his name. He cursed his Yankee soul to hell because he was to blame for the death of many Arabs who died for liberty, died at the hands of evil Israelis. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Scud missiles in the sky. Scud missiles in the sky. Now, I hope that my singing will be more successful in this offensive right here, because we're failing quite badly. If all goes well, we will be able to retake the mosque, however, because we have retaken the crash site. Allahu Akbar! We are glorious soldiers of Iraq. We are great warriors, and we shall defend the ancient land of Babylon, Akkad, and Sumer. The great civilizations of the Fertile Crescent are looking down at us from paradise, They're watching us defeat these evil barbarian invaders, and they are proud of us. Now I'm gonna drive into battle with this BRDM armored car, because I sure as hell am risking that Abrams. Because we've captured it from the Americans, and it would be a glorious war trophy on the streets of Baghdad, if you ask me. We've recaptured the mosque. Praise be unto Allah! Praise be unto Saddam! These foul Yankee invaders are on their last legs. This shall be a decisive battle in the war. We shall trounce the Yankees so badly that they will start to slice their own throats, to slit their own wrists. They will be committing suicide at the gates of our cities. They will be overwhelmed by our might, by our determination. And this is the truth, the raw truth, that nobody wants you to hear back in Washington. George Bush is certainly sticking his fingers in his ears whenever he hears the reports from Iraq. And if I were him, I'd be doing the same. The fact is that Bush is spineless. Even more spineless than his predecessors. And he, instead of going down to Iraq to settle things himself, to fight like a man, he has sent instead tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of young Yankee men, all being sent to their deaths by Bush, by this putrid demon of a man. Even Ronald Reagan wouldn't be so cold-hearted. And hopefully we will teach Mr. Bush a lesson today and in the following days, in the battles of this war. We will defeat the American forces in the field. We will make Mr. Bush cry bitter tears tonight. And we will make sure that Iraq's future is bright. Now we cannot allow this city to fall into American hands. We cannot allow any land to fall into American hands, for that matter. Every single inch of ground must be defended to the last man. That is what the dear President Saddam has ordered, and I will heed his orders as a servant of my fatherland. And sure, it sounds like I'm losing my cool, and I probably am. I'm getting pretty stressed by this battle, but I'm happy to say that we are winning it. We have a 2-to-1 advantage in manpower now because of the heavy losses that we're inflicting on the Yankee medics. And I will not tolerate these American upstarts trying to get the better of me. I will not. Now, our comrades are helping us liberate this area, the town square, the market square of this area, of this town, the center point, the focal point of commerce and of the local economy. And a flood of Americans has arrived. Let's send them back to Washington in body bags. The only good way to send Americans back home is in a casket with their blood-stained evil flag draped over it. Let's make some widows today, my comrades. Let's destroy the American war machine. Does anybody else want to bite the bullet? Anybody else want to taste some traditional Iraqi cuisine imbued with a little bit of lead? American lead, for that matter. The irony is real right here. We're decimating American troops with one of their own tanks. Hopefully this tank will survive so we can bring it back and parade it on the streets of Baghdad under the statues of Saddam. Because for some weird reason there seems to be there doesn't seem to be a single Saddam statue in this town. I really should report this to the local committee of class parties. By the way, if all goes well, you may have noticed that I've changed the theme song for the series, the intro and the outro. This is to represent the fact that the series has only now begun to be serious, that we now have a serious chance of victory against the American menace. It is to show the hope, the dreams that we have, and how close they are to being fulfilled. Apparently, our tank didn't even catch fire, it just exploded in my face. Now that's what I call planned obsolescence. Tank was probably made by Apple. No offense intended to Mr. Gates, not Mr. Gates, fuck's sake, no, Mr. Jobs. But they're all the same to me. American oligarchs with their monopolies. They all deserve to be hanged from the gallows. Hanged by the people whose lives have been destroyed. Now we've lost the crash site once more. Woe is me indeed. This is a terrible situation. But by God, I will continue to fight. Because the great jewel, the mother of all battles, has only just begun. What you have seen for the past 14 episodes has only been the prelude. The introduction to this great war. Now we are fighting the true battles, the ones that matter, against the American menace. The battles that we truly cannot afford to lose. Now what's this motherfucker doing with his plastic explosive? I will not tolerate this in Iraq! No, I will not! We must fight and resist to teach these aggressors about Iraqi hospitality. If you come to us as friends, then we might have mercy. But if you come to us as enemies, we swear that we shall destroy you. That fire, the cleansing fire, shall eat up half of America and all of Israel. That Palestine shall be freed, and that the American menace shall be destroyed forever. I'm actually starting to get my spit on the screen with how passionate I'm being. Hopefully, that won't be a problem. Now, let's strike once more. Continue our charge against the American forces. Continue to push them back further and further and further. In the name of Iraq, in the name of Allah. I'm leafing through my book of Saddam Hussein quotes right now. And unfortunately I can't find any more fitting quotes. So I'll make some quotes of my own. The Arabs of Iraq will not tolerate the intrusions of Mr. George H.W. Bush and his foul armies. We swear in the name of Allah that we shall resist and that we shall destroy the American troops if they dare to cross our borders and to attempt to occupy our lands. The Holy War shall go down in history for the bravery of the Iraqi troops involved. And the Americans shall suffer and fall in this great battle. Now, do I have any landmines? Apparently I do not. And so I am doomed to die at the hands of an American. Nonetheless, the situation is most certainly under control. We have superiority, and we will almost certainly keep it. No, correct me now. We will certainly keep it. I'm gonna capture this American vehicle and use it against them. Because there's no better way to kill a Yankee than by using a Yankee vehicle against him. We will defeat the Yankee menace. And we have rockets as well as machine guns on this vehicle. We are certainly quite well armed. Now let's get out while we still can. Launch a grenade at this Bradley even though it's in vain. Get behind him. Launch another grenade. Alright, we have to reconsider our tactics. I'm gonna bring out an RPG, and I am going to make this Bradley suffer. USI Bot 58 just pulled off what is probably a war crime in that P-62. But so long as it's in the name of Iraq, I won't mind. Now let's seek out some Americans to destroy. We have this open-top Humvee here, probably the kind that the Americans would send to Ukraine, but we won't be eating it now, because we have claimed victory. The Americans have been defeated. Another battle has been won by the brave men of Iraq. Mr. H.W. Bush has been thwarted once again in his evil schemes, and the American army has been vanquished in battle. Let us hope that more victories of this kind shall follow, and that we shall win the Gulf War against the American forces. I have been the Nerd Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the series. I will see you all in the very next episode of Battlefield Iraq.